Good people, what's going on? It's Brother Will, and today I just want to share my revelation that I had for the last 7 days. It's kind of, I like to share my epiphanies and my revelations and things that kind of drop into my spirit from time to time. So bear with me for a few minutes, for a few moments. By the way, like, share, subscribe my videos if you like my blogs, my video blogs, anything I'm talking about, man, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you 1,000. So yeah, family, this past week I was in the shop, had some downtime, was watching some movies, got a couple hours to myself, so just kind of enjoying some entertainment. And the first movie that we saw in the shop, we were watching Life. The movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. And throughout this film, I just couldn't help but notice that the main character, which was a black male, and the supporting character, which was also a black male, they were bickering and complaining and moaning and groaning at each other's throats through the whole entire movie, from the time they met to the time they pretty much passed away in prison, or they started getting along at the end, but they even still were talking about, you said something back 10 years ago and I didn't like when you said this. Anyway, you get the point. The next movie we saw was a film called Soul Men with Bernie Mac and Samuel L. Jackson. Another movie where the main character was a black male and his supporting character was also a black male. What I began to realize, folks, is through this movie, same dynamic, black males, there was no support from the supporting character. So immediately, I began to scan in my mind's eye, I began to scan all of the movies that had a black male supporting character as well as a black male main character. And what I began to notice, folks, is that Hollywood has an agenda. If you don't know that, you better start paying attention. I got to give a big shout out to Mama Diva real quick, because she was a theater person, actor, director, producer, so on and so forth. So she taught me theater. And in the midst of the growing pains and me growing up, you begin to see the theatrics, okay? And I want to call out some movies, and I want you to, in your mind's eye, I want you to see how these black males cannot get along throughout the whole entire movie, okay? You got Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. They could not get along. Martin even threatened to leave him. I'm sick and tired of this. Another movie, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Belly. Remember in Belly, where Wise and Lockheed were in the restaurant with DMX's character, and one of them eventually, they both pulled out a gun, and they eventually killed each other. Okay. Paid in Full, State Property,